All right, we are here with, and the last time that we had you on, I just flat out said it. My favorite player in Major League Baseball, Nolan Arenado. You're now a 2-time guest.
Thank you. It's an honor.
I actually, you know what? I got to call you out on something.
Yeah.
Last time that you were on, you knew that you had signed that extension, didn't you?
I didn't know. It was in the process. It was getting close.
I think that was like pretty much the whole time that I interviewed you. I was spending all that time trying to recruit you to the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Little did you, 2 days later, massive extension with the Colorado Rockies.
Yeah, it was in the process, but you know what? You gotta understand, contracts get a little weird sometimes. So it had that stage. It was at that stage where it was like not really sure, but we were in. So yeah, I'm sorry.
So it sucks. I was actually like pretty pissed.
Sorry, you gotta go. Your third baseman's just fine.
No, he's great. No, we would put him over to first. We'll put you at third. So like, talk to me about like how much life has changed for you.
Not a whole lot, man. Just I was happy to get it out of the way.
Yeah,
I'm happy to not think about it. And honestly, I've been trying my hardest to keep it the same.
Yeah,
it's obviously hard, but it's honestly there hasn't been a whole
what's
lot.
Different because I mean, like obviously, if you have this life changing money, it's like you got like a chef, you got like a personal chef, so you're like working on your diet differently now. Like how has it helped you in terms of being a better player?
Yeah, I think it's more. I think you're not afraid to invest in things that are going to help you out. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to like watch out for how much you spend and stuff. So now there's a little more leeway, I guess, in helping myself out with a chef or training or off the field work and stuff like that. So yeah, there's been those little things, and and the best part about it is I could just go play now. I mean, that's the best part. Not worrying about arbitration or playing for a contract, or I could just go out there, compete the best I can, and let the chips fall where they may.
How many dudes from home have hit you up being like, "Hey Nolan, I got this idea for an app. Hear me out. I just need like $50,000 to start."
I've had some texts from people back home, but I've kind of blocked a lot of some texts, a lot of numbers and stuff like that. But most people that have my number now are just kind of like my close people.
Yeah, and then me.
Yeah, you got it.
So talk to me about how, I guess, there's been guys, Alex Rodriguez, for example. He gets that monster contract from the Texas Rangers, and he was like, I put so much pressure on myself to live up to that. And to you, I mean, like, you're just consistent. And that's what I said to you back in spring training. Like, your numbers are just consistently every single year, and I talked to you about being a well-rounded baseball player. I mean, like, you got a trophy case full of Gold Gloves. You got some 40-homer seasons, and it's like, for you, how now that you've gotten paid for what you've done, they're also paying you for what they think that you're going to do. Yeah. Has that changed your mental approach at all, or it's just you have to block it out?
Not really. I've never really played this game for money. I've never money's never been my number one thing. I just like I said, I just want to be a good baseball player. That's my number one thing. I just want to be good. I want to play hard and do my thing. And I think early on in the season, I think it was like the first 15, 20 games I didn't hit a homer. And I'm like, dude, what is going on?
Yeah.
I try not to let that get to me. But for a while there, I was like, man, this is not good. This does not look good. Honestly, I don't even worry about those things, man. I just want to go compete. I know if my mental game's in the right place, like I'm going to do what I need to do. And like I said, I have my goals, and my goal is to be really good, not be the richest player in the game. Right. Fortunately enough, that's came with it. Coming out there and competing, and I have good people around me reminding me that the reason why you got the contract is because you play hard and you compete as hard as you can. So don't change anything. So I have the right people around me.
Yeah, and I mean it shows in your trophy case, I'm going to call it. So for everything that's in there, let's talk Silver Sluggers, Gold Gloves, all that. What are you the most proud of?
Ooh, I don't know.
And don't even say like a specific award. Like, don't say the Silver Slugger. Give me a year. Like, was there a year where maybe you thought that you were struggling originally, and then you battled back, and then ended up getting a Silver Slugger or a Gold Glove or something like that?
Yeah. Man, it's hard to say. I think 2014 won the Gold Glove, and I got hurt. Only played 120 games, and I still 110 and I still won the Gold Glove. So that was pretty awesome. But
that was pretty awesome.
I don't know, man. I got the gold medal from the WBC was up.
Yeah,
great.
That's a good one.
That was an awesome one. I have that hanging up, so that one looks sweet. And then I don't know, man. They're all pretty special. I mean, the first one for sure, because honestly, when I first got called to the big leagues, nobody thought I was going to be a good defender. Yeah. And honestly, I didn't even know if I was going to be a good defender. I was more worried trying to hit, and I wasn't hitting. So to win the Gold Glove my rookie year, I was like in shock because I didn't even really think about Gold Gloves at all. Right. So that was really cool.
Who is one dude, not like doesn't matter which year it was, just any All-Star game that you've been to that you met at said All-Star game, and you were just stoked to talk to him about like his approach or whatever, just hitting anything, defense.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many good hitters in the American League. I wish I was around like Trout, Mookie, and all them. But the national, it was fun being around Bellinger this year, just watching him work. Those coaches over there, what they're doing, because I don't know, they don't lose ever. Mm-hmm. So, in my 2015, when the first year I made the All-Star, I got to talk to Matt Holliday. That was really cool, and he's like one of my favorite players. And then I got to play with him last year, so that was really cool. And he's always been one of my favorites. I try to stay through the ball like him. I've always tried. So to talk to him was really cool, and I don't know, it was cool. Watching Kershaw work and Greinke do his thing. So
I mean, like you mentioned, Holiday as a guy that you watched kind of like growing up, and so for you now, like you're getting to like right in that like age 30 season where you're the guy that when these young kids come in, age 22 seasons and they're rookies, they're looking at you. Like, is that like
Never thought about that?
Yeah, like you're like when they come there, like because when you got here, it's like you're probably looking around, and be like, oh shit, that's so and so.
Yeah.
They're doing that to you now. Yeah. Like, has that registered at all?
Dude, honestly, I didn't even think about it until you just said that.
You're that guy,
man. I've never thought of it.
Guy.
I'm still amazed by how good some of these players are. You know what I mean? And watching how, like, what Trout's doing, watching some of these guys, Altuve.
It's ridiculous. Like, Trout's, like, here's my idea. Hear me out on this. They should just, like, Trout, you're the best player. We get it. He just has his own award. They should have an MVP award for everyone but Trout in the American League. Yeah. It's just not fair. Like, what are we playing for?
Yeah. No,
like, what's the point?
I agree. I would be okay with that.
Yeah.
I mean, but, and Yelich too can get in that one too.
Yeah.
But, I think I'm still amazed by how good and consistent some of these guys are. Mm-hmm. Some of them are even getting better than what they're doing. It was cool seeing Altuve this year. He came here. He was hitting like 250. He wasn't playing really great. He only got like a couple hits. The last game against us, I think he got 3, and now he's hitting like over 300. Mm-hmm. Like 20-plus homers. Yeah. Like, it was just like stuff like that is the stuff that I always catches my eye. I'm like, man, this guy, this is how consistent he is. He's always going to be there, in the end, because he's that good.
We were talking about DJ LeMahieu before we started recording. You got to give some love to that dude because, talking about the MVP, talking about special players in the league right now, I feel like that's a guy that, because I talked to you about this in spring. About your home road splits and how you still mash on the road and how like it's unfair to be like, oh yeah, Coors Field. Like your OPS is still like ridiculously high on the road as it is at home. Yeah. DJ was a guy that I was glad that, I mean, not glad to see him leave Colorado, but I was glad to see him go somewhere where he could prove like, hey, like I can still rake no matter what the ballpark is.
Absolutely. And I'm not surprised with DJ. I knew he was going to play well. That's just what he does. And I was really sad when he was gone. It hurt because I knew he was going to do this, man. He's that good. And I remember opening day, he didn't start for the Yankees. And I was always kind of like, man, they have a lot of players. They have a lot of good players over there. If DJ's not starting, there's got to be something going on. Because DJ's Gold Glove second baseman. And so now he's just doing what he's supposed to do. And, they've had a lot of injuries and they've battled through it. But I think he's been one of the huge core pieces that have kept them, like, afloat, and now they're just taking off. But DJ's that's just kind of what DJ does. I'm not surprised. I'm happy he's getting the attention.
Yeah.
Away from here and getting the attention that he deserves because he's a special player.
Hell yeah. And for you, like when you sign the extension, obviously like this is a place that you perform really well. It's a place where you're part of a core here. What about maybe was there any part of you that was just like, I want to get this done because A, the number's right, B, I don't like how guys are getting, because DJ deserved way more as a free agent than what he ended up getting. Yeah. How much of that for you is like, I just want what's fair, and I don't trust the market to give me what's fair?
Yeah, I wouldn't say so much the market, because I wasn't in it for the biggest deal ever. I was saying, they hit a number I couldn't turn down.
Right.
So ultimately, they hit a number I couldn't turn down. I like the players here. I like being here. I'm happy here. I get to play at home a lot in L.A. and San Diego. So, it felt right. Obviously, I had a lot of temptation to go play other places, right? There's so many cool places, I would love to experience. But, right now, I feel like it was the right decision for me to make that decision. And, like I said, they hit a number, and, we have good pieces. We just gotta get a little bit better.
For you personally, though, like talking about getting better, how do you look at yourself in the mirror in the offseason being like, I got to get better at this. Like you being a humble guy, knowing that you probably are thinking that way. Like I got to get better at this. I got to do that better. But like, you can only be so good. You know what I mean? Like, what is it that you're going to look at this offseason and be like, this is something that I need to improve on. This is my approach to how I'm going to improve on it.
Yeah, I think approach-wise too. I think my goal going into this year, I didn't want to strike out 100 times.
Yeah,
I've struck out 100 times since 2015. So I was like, my goal is not to strike out 100 times. But at the same time, it kind of
right now.
I think I'm at like a 70.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so we might get under. We might crush that under.
So my goal was to strike out less than 100 times, but I think that's also hurt me in a way of getting on base because I'm a little over-aggressive, right? You know, because I'm putting the ball in play. I'm not worried about striking out. I think that's kind of hurt me. So I think I'm going to work on that, you know, trying to be a little bit better, being okay with getting my best swing off, being okay with strikeouts, but at the same time, you know, getting my pitch to hit, not swinging at everything. That's something I'm going to get better. I want to get better at because I feel like the best players in the game, the J.D. Martinez's, the Trouts, and all those are the good hitters. You know, they're good about that. They get their pitch to hit. And they don't miss it. They don't just swing at everything.
Are you a film guy?
A little bit, not too. I try not to get too crazy with my swing. I want to feel it, man. That's me. I want to feel my swing. I want to feel like, you know, that good feeling. And it's hard to repeat sometimes because you want to see it, but I'm a feel guy.
Are you more likely? Are you more likely to look at a bad performance or a good performance? Like, I want to repeat that or I want to avoid that?
I try to stay away from watching my bad at bats. I actually just go back and watch before games, I watch all my homers and doubles and big good at bats. Like I try to, I want to feel good about myself, you know what I mean? So I try to stay away. I already know when I feel bad. Don't worry. I'm hitting dribblers. I'm striking out. My thumb's hurting because I'm getting jammed. I know, so I already know those parts. So I try to watch my good swings.
For you, pick a teammate that you've seen the most improvement this year compared to last year.
Ooh, man, I would probably say Ryan McMahon.
Okay,
he's done a great job, man. He's a young kid. He's like his first full year starting every day, and that's not an easy thing to do in this game. And he's done a great job. DJ's a Gold second baseman. He's a dude for us, and not to have him. There's a lot of hype at second base, right? He's like, he's got to make up for DJ and this and that, and he's done a great job. I mean, he's been great defense. If he continues to get better, he could win a Gold Glove, and offensively, he has a chance to hit 30+ in the big leagues. So we're very excited about him, and he's doing a really good job.
So now that you're here and you know that you're going to be here, because like the Bryce Harpers of the world, it's like, all right, I'll take more than a decade to stay right here. For you, now that you know that you're going to be here, has there been any like mentorship where it's like, all right, I see a young guy coming up, like I'm going to pull him aside, because you want to be part of the next great Rockies core, you want to win here, you want to win a World Series here. Who have you kind of identified being like, I can help you?
I think David Dahl. I've talked to David a lot. McMahon, Story. We all talk about hitting a lot, and that's kind of our thing. And I think I've found myself buying more team dinners. More dinners with the guys. We'll go eat. Let's go talk hitting. And I'll buy dinner. Every time. So little things like that, and it's been great though. It's been cool, man. I think, I love to learn. I love to learn about the game, so I'm learning too. It's not just I'm just hearing. I'm telling. I feel very uncomfortable telling people what to do.
Right.
I just try to share what's helped me have success, and maybe it could help them. But if not, then like I said, we just bounce things off each other.
Here's something that you might not have thought about yet, but you signed this extension. You're going to be here for basically your entire career. Have you ever thought about getting your number retired here? Is that something that has ever crossed your mind before? Like, hey, I'm going to spend enough time here. I'm going to put up great enough numbers. That's kind of on the table.
I haven't thought about it, but I mean, I see Todd Helton's up. I was here when Todd Helton numbers got retired, and that was really cool. But I got a long ways to go, man. I got to do some serious work with that.
But you're pretty much halfway there. Especially with the number of years that you will end up being here, when it's all said and done, you will have a very, very, very strong case to see your number up there someday. Is that a goal of yours? I
wouldn't say it is. Honestly, I think it would be great if it did. But honestly, that's not one of my goals. I think I just, I want to be like Scott Rowland, Adrian Beltre, guys who are consistent third basemen throughout their whole career, and obviously when you get older, father time takes over, but till I'm there, I just want to be as consistent like those guys, and I could really, if my number gets retired, that'd be great. If not, it's all good. I got my number retired in high school, so we're all good.
Oh yeah, by the way, I was actually looking at your high school numbers, kind of recently. Didn't you hit, as a senior, didn't you hit 5 something,
I hit 520. Only one game I didn't get a hit in.
That's ridiculous.
I know. It was awesome.
So right,
I wish it was real. I wish it was happening now.
Take me back to high school then. So you're a senior. You're hitting north of 500. Do you just go up to the plate being like, I have to get a hit every single time, or you feel, because in the big leagues, all right, you're gonna get got. You hit 300. You're failing 70% of the time. But in high school, you're virtually failing 50% of the time. You're succeeding half of the time. And this isn't just getting on base. We're not talking on base percent. I think your on base percentage was north of 600, but your batting average was north of 500. So what's that feel like to just get a hit half the time?
Honestly, I haven't felt it ever again. So I wish I did, but it was amazing. And the one game I didn't get hit, it was actually the game the Rockies scouts came and I had to work out after for them, and I did not get a hit because I was like, I put too much pressure on myself to do something, and I was trying to hit homers, and I like rolled over, popped. It was embarrassing. So, but it was an amazing feeling. I wish I could, I wish I could have that feeling again. But those feelings only last like maybe a week, a week and a half.
What year did you get drafted?
2009.
So so you were before, like 2011 is when like they stopped the draft from being able to just like spend whatever you wanted.
Yeah, I know. I always make fun of some guys who are like second rounders and get more money than me. I'm like, oh, it must be nice.
There's no cap on that. 2011, the 2011 draft class was basically a free for all because the agents knew, the players knew, the teams knew. It was like you could just throw a ton of money. Oh yeah. What was your draft experience like?
It was fun. I was super nervous. I was nervous for the number one pick, and I knew I was not going number one. It was Strasburg. It was Strasburg by far, and I was still nervous. Yeah, I was still super nervous. But a lot of my high school friends and high school scout ball teammates, they got drafted in the first round, and I was worried. But at the same time, I had a feeling the Rockies were a possible team that was going to draft me, and some teams were going to take me as a catcher, and I was like, God, don't take me. I hope I don't go to this team because I do not want to go as a catcher. Please. So it was awesome when Eric Young, who was my first base coach for a while, he announced my name, and it was really cool.
That's unbelievable. Well, you got a game to get ready for.
No, I appreciate it, man.
It was a pleasure talking to you.
Good seeing you again.
Yeah, good seeing you too. We'll do this again in spring training.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hell yeah. Nolan Arenado, best player in the National League. That's my opinion, and it's a fact. Thanks for listening.